Hey guys, Ty from Garage88 here again with another video showing you our new product, the hybrid diesel heater. This video we're going to go over what's included in the box and also my Milwaukee Packout demo. I made everything in this box fit in here, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to make these parts work with the Milwaukee Packout so you can take it on your next adventure. Now without further ado, let's look inside the box and lay it out on the table so you can see what's inside. Now that we got everything out on the table, let's go over what's included in the kit. Here we have the hot air piping. You have 3 pieces. You have a T to spread out the air, so if you want to have it to go to 2 separate zones, you're able to do that. You have a diffuser that's able to rotate. You have an open and closing valve system that you can have, so if you want to have it on a box or something, you're able to do that. And just to note, all this is the correct sizing to fit over this exhaust piping here. You have some hose clamps to go with that. So that's the hot air side of things. Let's go over the electronics. So in the electronics, you're going to have a wiring harness for the water pump. You're going to have a power harness for the fuel pump, as well as to power the unit itself. To power the unit itself, you can use a car battery or any 12-volt source. What I found is very helpful, one of these 12 volts, 10 amp switching power supply, and they come with these little adapters. You can use this and power your diesel heater off any source using 120. You don't need a lot of power to power it, as it would only take 120 watts. So you can use this on the back of your car. You can use this on pretty much any portable power supply. So you don't need a lot of power to run this unit. Additionally, you're going to have your controller. We have an intake hose as well as the silencer to reduce the intake noise for the combustion chamber. And then we have the unit itself. So you can see our unit is more special than others because we have 2 extra ports. So these 2 extra ports are actually for the water. So these come with water fittings, and you're going to put hoses on that, and water is circulated using the external water pump. So do not run the pump dry, but this is how the water is heated. You do not need to have the water connections connected if you just want to use up air. The water feature is optional. So here's a close-up shot of the bottom of the unit. Here is the intake as well as the exhaust for the combustion chamber. And our unit is special because you may notice we have 2 extra ports for in and out connections of the water cooling system. So you can heat up your coolant or you can heat up water. Ambient temperature is going to enter through one side, and the hot air is going to exit out through the other. So the air going in and out that you're going to be breathing is going to be separate from the combustion chamber itself. So there's going to be no risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. You can also see this has a full aluminum housing compared to many others that are plastic. Additionally, you're going to have your diesel fuel inlet through here. To get fuel through there, we have our provided fuel line, as well as you need to use the fuel filter when doing that, and please note that it is directional. To feed fuel to the unit, provided is a fuel pump. Notice that there is an arrow, and you do need to have this run at a 30-degree angle in order for it to operate properly. We have a mount for the fuel pump. Also included with the kit is the fuel dampener. This helps reduce ticking noises that is susceptible on this fuel pump. So this is included for free in the kit. In regards to exhaust side of things, provided is an exhaust hose that does fit over the exhaust pipe. Provided is also a muffler. We do provide this marine style exhaust, so what you would do is drill a hole in your box or the side of your RV. You're able to securely mount this externally so you don't have to worry about any fumes, and provided is a weatherproof gasket and hardware. So this is a nice addition for those that want to put it on their boat, on their trailer, or their RV and want to vent it out externally. This is the mounting plate. So the mounting plate goes on like that. It only goes on one direction, as there is the one hole for the fuel line. You are able to modify it or bend it any way you wish. This is how to properly secure the diesel heater to your hair. So you could put this on some standoffs, or you're able to again bend the end and secure it onto a wall. So it really depends on your particular application of how you want to mount it using the mounting plate. For the fuel side of things, if you want to not run the provided fuel tank and you want to use your own jerry can or tap it into your own fuel tank, provided is this fuel pickup. So you just need to drill a small hole and feed this hose through, and you're able to pick up whatever diesel from whatever tank you'd like. Provided as well is this 5-liter tank. There is this nipple also pre-installed. Additionally, there is some extra hardware and zip ties. And if you have any further questions, there is a manual. That's pretty much it of what's in the kit and what is provided. If you have any other questions or you need any extra fuel hose or anything, feel free to send us an email and we can send that over to you. So why don't next we go outside and we fire up the demo and show you what it's all about. So this is a controller. There are a few buttons and a knob to adjust the wattage. So you see right now it's 1,000. It goes up of increments of 1,000. It goes all the way up to 7,000 watts. Once you want to prime your fuel lines, this is the eject oil button, but you do that when it's off. Right now it's firing up. If you're above 1,000 meters in altitude, use the plateau button. It will run a different kind of burn setting. And to turn on and off the water pump, there is this button right here, but it will only turn on the water pump once it reaches a certain temperature. So right now you can see we're running at 11 volts. Motor speed is low because it's still heating up, and the temperature is rising as it is heating up. Just before we get into the demo, let me show you what's inside the box so you can get a better understanding of what's going on. Let's start off with the 5-liter fuel tank. There's a little nipple that goes up into the fuel filter, and there's also a drain valve at the bottom there. Notice how it is directional. This goes around to the fuel filter. Notice how the fuel filter is on an angle, so make sure to install on the angle or else it's not going to function properly. And as well, it is directional. There's a little arrow there. A little hard to see with the mount. This is the fuel dampener. This helps reduce the ticking noise that is part of the running operation of the fuel pump. And this goes underneath the unit to the diesel inlet. You notice there's a couple of these silicone hoses that goes to the water pump, which allows us to circulate the water or coolant into the heater. These pipes allow to circulate within the heater to heat up the liquid that you're trying to heat. We also added this ducting to grab air directly from the outside. Just in case there's any kind of leaks or anything, there won't be any issues with that. And the outlet is right here. One note about the fuel consumption. This is a 5-liter tank. This is only going to consume about 0.28 liters per hour. So this tank is already going to last you around 15 hours, more than enough for a whole night. If you have this connected to a larger tank, you can run for even longer. Right now we got everything set up. We just fired up the machine. Let's get a couple baseline temperature measurements. Right in here, water is 7 degrees. Back, it's just been heating up a bit. At the surface, it does say it's at 100 C. But obviously the air coming out is not going to be at that. The air coming out right now is at 72 approximately. That ticking sound is actually the fuel pump going off. So let's wait a little bit, let the water circulate, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes or so. Just so there's no hocus pocus or funny business, we got the timer going on right here so you know how long exactly it's going to take for the water to heat up.
Degrees. 38 degrees.
So the final results of the test: air temperature 1 degrees, water temperature 5 degrees Celsius. After 20 minutes, went to about 40 Celsius. And keep in mind, that includes priming the system. You gotta make sure all the air bubbles are out of the system so the water can circulate properly. All in all, there's no product like this on the market, especially with the customer service that we offer. And also we offer a 1-year warranty from purchase with all diesel heaters sold. Make sure to buy soon because this is a limited product, just like our portable power supply. Check out the website garage88.ca for more product info, and I'll see you on the next one.